Okay, so there's yesterday's lesson again. Hey, remember, the inner world is connected to the outer world. So at all times, because your inner world is connected to the outer world, you're projecting at all times. And as you're projecting, you're starting to put into action on the outer world, in the outer realm, what's happening on the inner realm. Do you see how powerful this is? So what's happening is your inner world is a reflection of your outer world. It is connected at all times. You cannot go through life not understanding this. You know, earlier in the program, I talked to all of you about, I mean, if they taught this in kindergarten, and you just came in and, you know, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to spend a few minutes a day, we're just going to dream, and we're going to just create our reality, and then that's how we're going to create our life, and we're all going to be amazing students, and happy, and we're all going to get along, and like, I'm not kidding, we would have a different society. So, I'm hopeful that you are really starting to put this into action. You know, yesterday when I did the visual of the glass with the water and turning green, you know, every time you do the exercises, you're empowering your inner world. So it's fundamental. If you really want change, if you really want change in your life, you must absolutely do these exercises, because you must constantly be reaffirming change in the inner world. You know, I'm getting great responses from people who are doing it. And I know when people are doing it because they start to have things happen in their life and then they write to me. So, you know, message me on Facebook. Let me know what's happening and let me know your things are going well. And guys, if you're behind and you're not doing it on a daily basis, change the habit, please, because the habit is caused by this. You know, we can always create excuses, let things get in the way, but 20 minutes a day for nutrition for the mind has got to be fundamental for your success. So this entire inner world is always connected to the outer world, and we're going to project everything here. Now, here's what I want to do today. In your subconscious mind, we have these files. Now, these files are buried deep in the subconscious mind. So what happens is you've got a file. All right, and that file is down there, and it's containing all kinds of information. It has information. It has behaviors. It has habits. Now, what happens is, I'm just going to use, let's use money as an example. So we have certain beliefs around money. We have certain beliefs around, let's use relationships. We have certain beliefs around love. We have certain beliefs around intimacy. We have beliefs around how we raise our children. We have beliefs around health. Everything is based on the beliefs, and we end up having this in our subconscious mind. Do you know this, that if you want to lose weight, one of the most effective ways to lose weight is, yes, you have to exercise and do nutrition, but using mind power. You can lose weight by using mind power. You can just consciously program your entire body to lose weight using your mind. So what I'm going to suggest you do is you start applying this in all areas of your life. Now, I know I'm talking about money, and I'm talking about relationships, and I'm talking about health as examples, but this applies to everything in life. Now, some of you may want to just focus on one area of your life and then move to the next area. That's fine. If you can do all 3 or 4 or 5 at once, that's cool. But if you want to just focus on one for now, that's fine, because here's what's going to happen. It will actually affect all areas. It's going to help. Your focus can be on one area, but it's going to affect the other areas because you're changing the way you think. And then what will happen is you'll automatically start to think differently about relationships, think differently about health, think differently about money, think differently about sports, or whatever you're focusing your mind power on. So, in this example, I'm going to use check marks and X's, and they will represent the files in your subconscious mind around whatever area you're working on. Now, so we have supportive files. We have all supportive files around success, around money, around relationships, around health, and those are all in the subconscious mind. Now, how is it possible that I actually know that you have these? How do I know that? Because you're watching Huron TV. You are drawn to this because you want more money. You want better relationships. You want better health. You want to do better in sports. So something drew you. But also buried in deep in the subconscious mind are all the unsupportive files in the exact same areas. So you have unsupportive files around money, around relationships, around health, and these are also buried in the subconscious mind. And what happens is we tend to allow the unsupportive files to control us. Because if we're not consciously deciding to only allow the supportive files, then we have a problem. So we must consciously decide to let the supportive files dominate our thinking. How do we do this? Well, first of all, we have to start isolating these unsupportive files. So what I want you to do is I want you on a piece of paper in the area of money or in the area of health. Just pick one area for the exercise, and you can do this a lot as you want. Now, do this from time to time. Do it often, but take out a piece of paper and write down any unsupportive files that come up. Any unsupportive messages that come up. Every time something comes up, write it down. And what you're doing is you're actually bringing to the surface that unsupportive file. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work on releasing them. So what we have to do is we have to, through our meditation, through our exercises, our daily affirmations, through all of the techniques I've been teaching you, we have to be conscious of the fact that we have these unsupportive files. And then by using the mind powers we've been teaching you, what you're effectively doing is erasing these. And every time they come up, you're going to cancel, you're going to laugh at them, you tell them to go away, you're going to put them in that other person that you gave a name to, and you're going to tell them to go away. And what we're doing is over time, we are starting to erase these unsupportive files. And then, as we do this, we're simultaneously empowering, by doing our exercises and our affirmations, we're actually empowering these supportive files, and we're making them bigger and more dominant. And they're going to eventually start to take up a lot more space. Now, guys, this is, and ladies, guys and ladies, this is a lifelong process. I can't apologize for the fact that we're all messed up. Because, unfortunately, we were raised in a society that caused us to be messed up. But that's okay. You know, we were raised by people who maybe didn't have this thinking. They didn't have personal growth and development. They didn't have the success training. And that's not their fault. They got it from their parents and teachers, and it just gets passed on. So the secret is that we don't live it today. We choose to live a different way of thinking, and we empower those that we love as well. So, especially when you're raising children, you know, and if you're working with children, you use these ways of thinking and empowering methods and teachings, and you know, kids just pick it up. So we make these files bigger, fatter, juicier, and what happens is over time we start to think this way on a subconscious level because consciously we're empowering ourselves. You have the ability to power your mind at every time, so every day. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down the disempowering thoughts that come up. And on the other side of the paper, I want you to write down the empowering thoughts, the opposite. And then I want you to use those as every time a disempowering thought comes up, I want you to use the empowering thought to offset and completely eradicate that negative, unsupportive thinking. Get it out of your head. Don't allow it in. Next time it comes in, erase it, replace it, erase it, replace it, and just keep doing this over and over again until all of a sudden you start to feel better. You start to know that as soon as that negative thought enters your mind, you just replace it, or you laugh at it, or you embellish it, or you whatever techniques you're using. Tell it to go away. And just Constantly be reaffirming the positive thoughts. This is the most powerful work in the universe. This is the most exciting work in this industry because the mind is so incredibly powerful. And because you now have these techniques, we are going to be able to take you into other areas, in money and in relationships, and start being aware of the type of behavior that's causing you to be where you're at in life. You see, if we're not earning enough income, we're not happy. If we're paying our bills and there's never enough month at the end to make enough money, we're unhappy. So we've got to change it. We've got to state, we must state the income level that we desire to have. So whatever that is, write it down. $2 million annual income. Whatever your number is, that's what we have to focus on. If it's 100,000, focus on it. If it's $500,000, focus on it. The idea here is you're going to attract it. You're going to attract it. You're going to attract people. Opportunities are going to start to come before you. Just like one of our students, Sophia, attracted a multimillionaire, and he's asked her to help with advising on how to best invest his money. This all started with this course. And I'm getting daily messages from people of things that are starting to happen. So guys, it's really, really imperative that you're doing the exercises. I can't reinforce that enough. And, honestly, it's not that difficult, is it? No, it's not. You have to agree. And the other thing is you already know it. We're just not living it. So you know it, but you don't really know it because you're not living it. And when you live something, that's when you actually know it, because you know it at a cellular level. You see, everything we're doing here is going to affect every cell in your body. Every cell. And you're going to start to vibrate at a different level at every cell in your body. Because the subconscious mind is ruling you. So we must control the thoughts that go in the subconscious mind, and we must be in total control. We are the creator. We are the ruler of our life. We take command of our lives. And by doing this, you're altering the energy. When I speak in a room, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm actually managing the energy in the room. If I've got 500 people at a live seminar, I've got 500 different types of energy. People are conditioned differently, they act differently, there's happy people, unhappy people, there's people who have got challenges, and there's things going on in everybody's life. So I know that energy that's out in front of me there's all kinds of different vibrations. So effectively what I do is I start to bring the energy together in a harmonious way so that when I'm teaching, I'm reaching everybody with the energy that I'm projecting. And then as I manage the energy in the room, there's different ways of managing it to get a certain outcome, and you start to manage the energy, lift people's spirits, bring them to a different level, and consciously they make decisions that are better for their lives. And the only reason I can do this is because I've lived that, I've been there, I understand where people are at, so I have to meet people where they're at. And then I can bring them on a journey of success. Everything I'm doing in this course comes from my experience. I've learned this information from many people. Everything I've been teaching you is a compilation of research from different people, different experiences in life, things that I've created myself, techniques I've developed. But all in all, it could not be taught without me having gone through it myself. It could not be taught without me having the experiences. Have I had financial challenges in my life? Yes. Have I been completely screwed or ripped off in life? Yes. In business? Yes. It's happened to me. Have I been successful in business? Yes. Have I had great relationships? Yes. Have I had relationships that didn't work out? Yes. Have I learned from all that? Yes. Have I had times where I was not healthy? Yes. Have I had times in my life when I was really fit and healthy? Yes. See, every time I reach the success side of money, relationships, health, it's because I consciously made the decision to do so. And I also took ownership. You see, when I take ownership of my results in my life, in my finances, then I can change them. When I take ownership of the relationship I'm in, and there isn't one person in any relationship, whether it's a partner, a spouse, or a friend, a business colleague, there's always at least two people in a relationship, because it's a relation between another human being, another energetic being. So both people in relationships must take responsibility for the relationship. So if something happens in the relationship, both people must be responsible. And until both are responsible, things don't get better. So when people take responsibility for both parts in a relationship, things get better. It's the same with money. You have a relationship with money. So you must take responsibility and energetically be at a masterful level of attracting money, earning it, managing it properly, and it will grow. You have a relationship with your health. You have a relationship with friends. You have a relationship with the planet. We have a relationship with Mother Earth. We must respect that relationship. We must treat it well. When you grow a beautiful garden, you're having a beautiful relationship with nature. If you let lots of weeds grow in your garden, you're not tending to it the way it needs to be tended, and you have a weedy garden. And it's not a good relationship. And so you must find a way to have a good relationship with Mother Earth. So in all parts of life, remember this. Everything I'm teaching you affects every single area of your life. And that, my friends, is all you really need to know every day, is that your mind has an effect with everything around you. You affect, you create. The outcomes, the results in your life are all from you. And maybe that's hard to accept, but once you can accept that, you're free. And you just focus on creating it. It's not about blaming yourself. It's about just, okay, I get it. I've created everything in my life, so now I'm not going to create that anymore. I'm going to consciously choose to focus on creating masterful things in my life. And then I will be happier, wealthier, more in love, all kinds of things. And then I'm going to have a great life. And then you just focus on that and accept nothing but that standard. You must be totally in control of what you're willing to accept, the standards you're willing to accept. You bring your level of income up by saying, I will only accept this level. And over time, you will raise yourself to that level of income. In a relationship, I will only have a relationship of the best communication, the best quality, the best love and intimacy, and eventually you and your partner will come in alignment. And with the love of your children, with the friends, you just set that standard, and all of a sudden everybody starts to come up. And it's amazing. It's the same in sports. You set the standard that I am going to play only at the highest level. And you practice and you get fit and you work to that level. And over time, what happens? You get better, you get better, you get better. And this is the way life works. So you must raise the bar at all times. You raise the bar and you come up to the bar. The bar is set. What is this bar? It's energy. So you set the energy bar, and you come up to that energy bar. And you set it higher again, and you come up and go higher again. And over time, as you progress through life, you just start to raise the energy. All starting with our thoughts. All starting with our thoughts. Your thoughts are a force. Your thoughts are energy. Your thoughts create everything. Inner world, outer world. And that is exactly how you're going to start to live a more meaningful, happy life. Okay, guys, put these exercises to work. Do the work, please, and start to isolate these unsupportive files. Replace them with the supportive ways of thinking, and then all of a sudden you're going to see a different outcome in your life. Have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow. Got a little bit more work to do. We're coming to the end of the program, and then we're going to move on to another exciting area which you're going to love, and I'm going to show you guys how to get happier. Awesome. Have a great day, guys. Big smile. Come on. Smile. 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 I can't. Come on, everybody. Smile. Excellent. Have an awesome day. See you later.